The camera quality is still bad, but do I care? I have 4 of the 5 books I'm going to talk about. But anyway, The Chronicles of Vladmir Todd. I've been reading this book since 8th grade, so 5 years. And I finally finished it. What do you mean I finally finished it? I don't know, it's crazy for me to think about, because when I tell you that this is my favorite book, not even just the first one, the whole series, it's just so good. It's easy to read. It's easy to catch on. It's very descriptive, and it's about a vampire. Anyway, but yes, I love this book series so much, and I don't know, I just can't believe it's over. And like, I read this one my 8th grade year, which is literally when the first book starts. So crazy. But it was like towards the end, so I never got a chance to finish it. And then this is the one I just read. I don't have the second book because I'm letting one of my friends borrow it and read the series, because that's how obsessed I am with it. But this is the 3rd one, which is 10th grade, and the 3rd one, yeah. The 2nd and 3rd one, I ended up reading my 10th grade year because I got it from the library. Like, that's my dog. I got it from the library. They had to get it from, like, a town over, but still. And then I didn't read this one until junior year, but I didn't finish it until just recently in my senior year. And, okay. Now what? I don't have the 5th book. I only have the first 4. And I waited, and then this one finally came in, which is the last one in the series. But while I was waiting for that one to come in, I had this weird dream that there was a spin-off series, and so I looked it up, and there was. Why didn't I know this information beforehand? So I got all 3 of those, and I'm just waiting for the right moment to start reading those, because I'm still trying to process, like, how it ended. Insanity. Just insanity. Out of the 5 books, I think I cried for 3 of them, which was the 2nd, the 4th, and the 5th. The second one, if you could have told little 10th grade me how this book series was gonna end, I would have never finished it. I didn't want to finish it because I'm the type of person that when I start something, I don't want to finish it because I'm scared of how it's going to end. My dog just jumped on the chair. But anyway, these books, they're amazing. They're actually amazing. Like, words cannot describe what I feel about this book series. And this book, the last one in the series, came out in, I want to say 2010. Let me find the copyright. Yeah, 2010. 15 years ago. Very fun, very fun. What was I gonna say? Oh. Out of all, Otis is probably my favorite character because when they first described him in the first book, I thought of, Inward. I think that's his name, from Frambeau, because they described him as this tall man who wore a hat and he was very pale, and I'm like, oh my gosh, like the skeleton from Frambeau. So every time Otis would come up in the book, that's who I pictured in my head. I don't know why. And then we met another character named Vicus, who, like, I genuinely loved. Like, he was one of my favorite characters. And then the 5th book happened, and I was like, you're so silly for that. But whenever I would imagine him, I would imagine, a mixture between Gandalf and Dumbledore, I guess. I just imagine, like, a really big man with a very big beard and hair, sometimes, you know, it just depends. And his name was Vicus. I don't know if I said that. I loved you. Why? And Nellie, of course. If you don't love Nellie, like, come on. She knew a lot. Like, she knew a lot. And she still tried her best to make everyone happy. And I love that about her. You know what I mean? It was good. Joss, Henry, I loved you, dude. You were a whore at first, but you came around. You came around, yeah. Snow? I don't want to talk about her. I love her, but dear God, her story. Thomas? If you were real and I caught you, I would have did the same thing. You're messed up for that, and you know it. And you know it. I don't know why I'm being so dramatic. I really love this book series. But Thomas, I'm serious. It's on when I see you. Okay? Okay. What other characters they had? Well, they had all the goth kids, and I was like, y'all are pretty cool. Oh, I just remembered. One of, like, the main people in the books who I forget exists every time I think about this book series is Eddie motherfucking Poe. If he was not written in this book series, it'd still be just as good. But because he's in there, makes it, like, even better. Because who are you? You little tiny thing thinking you go against a vampire? He's crazy. He's crazy. And then when we get to the fourth book and we meet, like, the council, I think it's in the fourth book. It might be the third one. And we meet M, who's, like, the oldest vampire alive. Every time they would describe her, I would think of, like, a Tumblr emo girl from 2014. That's just what I imagine. Like, I think they literally described her as wearing a 21 Pilots shirt in the thing. So there's always that. Like, it was the 2010s. But yeah, I just want to say I really love this book series, and if you haven't read it, you need to go read it. And if I spoiled it, I'm so sorry. You know, try my best to be vague, but what I'm trying to get at is go read this book series. Okay, that's all you have to do. It's really good. The writing's really good, and I think that's all I have to say. Just, I love this book series, so I don't know how I forgot this. I always forget something, but I didn't know anybody else knew about this book series, and there was this one time I was on Instagram, and I was like, oh my god, people know about this movie, and then I started this comment thread, and one of the people in there were like, do you remember when they were supposed to make a movie about it, and everybody wanted to audition to be Snow? There was supposed to be a movie? Please, guys, please. Please? Like, what the hell? And there was something else. I forgot again. Oh, yeah. I kept saying vampire. He's half vampire, half human. And that's, like, the whole thing that this book series is written about. It's not because he's a vampire. It's because he's half vampire, half human, sent to fill the prophecy. Which he does. Just in a different way than they thought he would, you know? So, yeah. Go read the book series.